9. How to pollute other people. I recall some years ago hearing of a man who had worked some years to solve an engineering problem without success. Then, when he felt the solution was near and in a particular direction, he learned that someone else had just come up with the same invention and patented it, having learned the answer almost by accident. It would be easy for a man like that to be bitter. The broader view would be to say that all men are better off because a problem was solved faster, but not many of us are that thoughtful. However, we should be. The Bible tells us that there is an easy way to pollute and distress many people and to infect them with a sour view of life. In Hebrews 12:1-16, we are warned to look diligently at some areas of life where much trouble begins for individuals, churches, and communities. We should not fall back from the grace of God. It should be our constant strength and confidence. We should avoid fornication and the profaneness of Esau, that is, living outside of God and His Word, and thereby forfeiting our Christian birthright. Another warning is especially telling. We must beware of, quote, any root of bitterness, end quote, which, growing up in us, will not only trouble us, but also defile and pollute those around us. Bitterness is something we often nurse. We see the problems around us, the defeats we suffer or our cause suffers, and we resent it. Bitterness is an intensely personal thing. We compare our hopes with our realities, and we feel our strong frustration with an intensity we cannot fully express. Another man's work thrives while ours founders. Another woman's child is a joy to see, and ours shames us and grieves us. We can make a long catalogue of our problems and their unfairness. We may keep them to ourselves, but Scripture says that they still pollute or defile many. Bitterness is like cancer. It grows unchecked, and after a point it kills. At all times, it is destructive of life. Bitterness is also like a plague. It infects other people. The answer is not positive thinking or psychological self-help. To avoid the root of bitterness, we must look diligently lest we, quote, fail of the grace of God, end quote. Instead of a defiling or polluting bitterness, quote, follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. Hebrews 12:14. However, if you want to pollute the people around you, justify, nurse, and coddle your bitterness. It will soon infect many people around you and make them as sour and hopeless as you are. Others will soon hold that cynicism is knowledge and faith is stupidity, and you will have become an effective missionary agent for pollution. Your root of bitterness will put a killing blight on everything you work with, and it will be a self-fulfilling prophecy of failure. In brief, bitterness is an effective way of polluting and destroying the lives and hopes of those around you. Of course, the first victim will be yourself.